Hello my friends, and welcome to the first of the purely long-form model assembly videos of mine, and I would like to introduce, for this very first one of this type, the Primaris Chaplain on a bike. Oh yes, the original OG, edgy as heck, speed racist, with his winged rhythm stick. He's also effectively the first model that I'll ever be building and painting that has a different colour scheme to the Ultramarines, so that's exciting. Right, let's do this. Open up. There we go. That fresh model feeling. Peel open. Oh yes. How delectable. Right. Dink. Come on. There we go. No need to be stubborn. Come now. I'm here to help you. There we are. Right. The teeny tiny instructions, of course. Yeah, I've built Primaris Outriders before, so this looks fairly familiar. And judging from the back, I don't have any choices in what he takes and wears, so at least you don't have to worry about that. The base, couple of these transfer sheet decals, and thankfully for me, I am Ultramarine, so good thing that's always supplied. And here we be. Excellent. Now, regarding the fact that he has a piece for the base, I'm probably still going to make it the same plain grey colour I do with others. Like Moonrock. We'll think of it like Moonrock. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so his arm is already attached. Limited options for customizability in that regard, but you know what? I think he looks pretty sick as is, so it ain't so bad. When I'm more confident, I could maybe go back to him and cut him up, make him more modular. But for now, this is fine. Alright then, and with that, let us do this, brothers. Right, so we start with one, which is this nice big side piece. A lovely side piece. Snip, snip, snip. Snip. Excellent. Right, so this piece is seeking out number 2. I don't really know what number 2 is. I'll tell you what, I do know what I will make modular though. I'm going to make the head and helmet modular, so that way I can swap his head in and out. There's number 2. I won't lie, I'm not too sure what this is, but looks like a jug of water. Snip. Or alcohol. Snip, snip. Snip. There we are. I see. Cool, it's gonna slide in right there. There we go. The first stick. Love it. Number 3. Snip, 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 and snip. There we go. I see how this is stuck on. Okie dokie. Goes in like so. Tiny white dot right there. How bizarre. Stick. Excellent. Then we need 4 and 5. Do what? Why don't they do 4, 5, 7, 8 rather than 4, 5, 7, 8. It's very strange. The spacebook says nothing about it. Snip, 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 snip. Get out of it. There we go. We're in for a really good time. San. There we go. Right, this one needs a little snipping. Just a little light scraping. Excellent. Let's get in there. There we go. Beautiful. Nice. It's a wheel. Magnifique. There we go. Right, now let us capture that wheel. Snip, snip, and scrape. Cutty, cutty. There we go. Hope that wasn't important. Cool. Excellent. Right, so I assume... yeah, that looks about right. Right, come on. Commit. Do it. Yeah, it seems pretty flush. Right, go over that with a bit of me sprue goo later. It sounds like 97% flush. That's okay. That's good for me. Let's put that to the side for now because it robs me of focus. I never learn that. And now let's get the other wheel off and ready. Snip, snip, snip. Sand. The camera really seems to be struggling to stay focused on me today, so I do apologize about that. I'll set the chaplain on my camera when it's done. Okay. Let's get the other half of his bike, so at least that way it's not half a bike, it's an actual bike. Snip, 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 snip. This way he can go around being profoundly intolerant at high speeds. Excellent. Sand. Good. Let's make you highly stickable. There we go. I nearly forgot to do the inside of the wheel. How silly. There. Snip. Come now, give us a snip. Snip. Give it to me. Get out. There you go. Perfectly smooth. Sand. There we go. And please. You'll go into bike wheel now? There we go. Cool. Alright. And then El Momento Trutho. And various other flawless Spanish words. That's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. Before I commit to any of the gluing. Shloop, shloop, shloop. Shloop, shloop. Shloop, 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 shloop. Shloop-de-whoop. Whoop and shloopin'. Okay. Let's see how that goes. And stick, please. There we go. That seems very reasonable. Nice. Cool. And it even kind of stays upright almost, maybe, not really. Right. With that, now we need number 10. Exhaust number 10. Step forward, please. Snip. Snip. And snip. Boop. Pieces on this sprue don't snip as snippy. My snippy senses are tingling. Send. There we go. Nice. So I'm going to assume the square... hang on, there we go. The square bit goes into the square hole. There we go. Damn, my camera is awkward today. Do. Schloop-de-whoop. Yep, stick you in and stick you in. That's better than the regular Primaris Outriders, because this bit here is just left loosey-goosey. And I remember trying to glue it, and one of them just wouldn't have it, no matter what I tried to do. It was a very awkward fellow. Right, next, feetsy pedals. Snip, snap, snop. Cool. Sand. Oh, sand. Excellent. Now, there are mold lines on this, but this is going underneath the thing, so I really can't imagine that being much of a problem. But, good practice and all, so scrape. There we go. Now, I assume that this sits in there. Yes, like that. There we go. Cool. I got it. Stickity stick and stickity stock. There we go. Excellent. Flappy bits are in place. Chaplain got some big ass pedals. Snip. Sand. Cool. Square bit. Let's tidy the square bit up. There we go. Brilliant. Let's sloop. And let's do it on there as well. So sloop. Stick and stick. Sweet. Nice. It's looking bike. There we are. Looking bike. Right, now, so far we have Chaplain butt, and we are going to add the rest of him to his butt. So let's begin with his back. Snip, and snip. There we go. I will say, I do love the edgy style of the Chaplains. Snip. Well, I love the blue of the Ultramarines. I just love the fact that there's these dudes in all black. Snip. Just loitering around, making everyone feel nervous as heck. Nervous as heck! There we are. Right, mold lines. And scrape. Good. Mold line there, but I can't really do much about that on such a rutted surface. Move that again, because it robs me of my damn focus. Bit of a mold line in there, can't grab that. Yeah, I guess that's reasonably all there is. Alright then, there we go. Nice. Very nice. And we stick him to his butt. There we go. Nice. Hey! The Stumpy salute. Now let's give him legs so we can use them big ass pedals. Snip, and a delicate little snip. Snip. There we go. Scrape. A mold line right on the ball of his ankle. How inconsiderate of him. Then again, he is a chaplain, so that's exactly his shtick, isn't it? There we go. Scrape. There we go. Now it's going to be on the inside of the bike, so I'm not going to be too precise with these mold lines. But again, it's good practice. Trying to get better with the mold lines. Now, where did I put the front of his leg? Ah, there it is. Gentle incision. Scrape. Brilliant. No notable mold lines on this one, so I guess that's good. Some leg-on-leg action. This winter, we'll get this leg onto the other leg. Click. Nice. Alright, then I guess we'll just stick it to that, you know what I mean? And do I stick it to there? Hang on. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, there's no real need to stick it directly to the pedal. That's fine. Cool. Turn the page on my instructions. Right, now, let's get his other leg. Up and rolling. Snip. Excellent. And here he is with more shit on his knees that's actually on his belt. Snip. Right, mold lines, prepare to meet your maker. Scrape. Excellent. Sand. Beautiful. Yeah, there we go. Snip, scrape, words. There. Sand. Right. Once again, let's stickity glue this bad boy to his shoe. Glue shoe nearly rhymes. Stick. Cool. And then again to the body. And a steer. Where are you? I can't find how this thing goes on. Come on. Work with me here, damn it. Oh, I see. His foot's not on the pedal. He's kind of like emergency braking or something. Hang on. There we go. Okay, I got it in the end. Yeah, it makes sense because he's steering around. Wait, he's not even moving. He's leaning. He's sat there. He's letting other people do the driving. I see. Right. That there. Now we're going to help him get a handle on things. Snip and big snip. Oh damn, I've just seen the skull there. That's pretty sick. Scrape. Not going to worry too much about that because Pauldron's going to go over it. Move you out of the way. Robbing me of focus. Scrape them mold lines. There we go. Right, so allegedly get the sticking there on the diamond and a bit of the sticking in the shoulder. And then we're on to a winner stick. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looking solid. You're holding on, boy. Yeah, he's good. He's holding on. Oop, there we are. Right, this would normally be the point where we'd stick his head on, but we're going to save that bit for last because I want to drill it in and magnetize it. Which in hindsight, I think I might do after priming. Yeah, once I prime it, then that's when I'll drill it and do it all that way. Right, now we get to attach the fabled rhythm stick. Snip. Or his intolerance stick, depending on who you ask. Try and get that bit off there. There we go. As flush as one reasonably can. Easier said than done, it would seem. There we go. Nice. There we go. I said, there we go. Nice. Right, so that's because he's going to cover the entirety of his forearm, so may as well coat the entirety of his forearm. Sloop, 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 sloop. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Nearly forgot that little bit there. What a disaster. What a disaster that would have been had I forgotten it. He would have been the dirty chaplain. Ow. I poked myself with a sharp knife. How silly of me. Snip. There we go. Sand. Beautiful. I just noticed a lot of purity seals. If I forget all these purity seals, then, well, I think I need to hang up the hobby. Re-sloop and re-stick. Excellent. Yeah, now he's looking rad. Can I still drill into that from the top? Yeah, I can still drill into that from the top. Good. For a minute I thought I'd snookered myself. Right, now let's get his other seriously jazzy pauldron out. Fluttering in the breeze. Snip. That one's like, I have to twist that one. That one's way out of the way. Oh god. Well, this is awkward. Something of the chaplain's being lost to the warp. There it is. I won't tell anyone if you won't. Scrapey, litty slicey. There we go. Nice. Very good. Sloppily doppily and stick uponally. Sweet. Excellent. Looking rad. Looking very rad. And of course, he won't be a space marine without that backpack. Otherwise, what is he? He's just a marine. Or a space, or just an imposter. Snip, snip. And I'll just do a broad cut on that one. There we go. Come on, get off. There we are. Snip. Let's shave you up. There we are. And slice. There we go. There we go. Sanding. Very good. Very, very good. Now let us get those mold lines. Show them who's boss. It's probably them. Scrape. Nice. Scraping. Harsh there, but never mind. The chaplain's harsh. Let's get his backpack on. Perfect. Super easy. I love it. So 27. There's 27. I love it when it just falls into my eye line. Get off me pincers. Pincers? Me snippers. Snip. There. Oh, come back. I need you. I need to rest my back, said the chaplain. Snip. There we are. Scrape. Cool. Now, how do you actually sit on here? Oh, I see. Okay, so it sort of slides down there. Butterfingers. Yeah, like that. Nice. Okay, I would have thought I'd have stuck this on first, but what do I know? Yeah. Nice. He's even got his tube thing. Probably carrying rice and shit like that. Or fruit roll-ups. You never know. Ooh, the little tiny skull comes into play now. 28. There he is. Come on, buddy. Snip. Oh, don't want to lose him. Gentle sand. Good. So what? Where do I stick him? Literally looks like I just stick him on that surface. Okay. Oh, I see. He's sort of attached to... I think I see? I'm trying to see. There's no decent shots of it. It's sort of hung up there. Come on, don't be difficult. You know, I'm just going to commit to this. Something like that. Stick. I say stick or don't. Something like that. His lopsided co-pilot buddy. There we go. I hope it's not meant to be like his helmet or some shit, because otherwise that's less than ideal. It's still not sticking straight. Okay, like that. Stay, Mr. Head. Mr. Head. That's going to be his name. Jonathan Head. Got the random skull on the back there. Got the name before the chaplain did. Now for 30. Snip and snip. Nurgling's just trying to take one of my paints. Nope. Leave that there, sir. There we go. We've got Merlin just on the other side of this paint rack, just messing with the topmost paints. They're not for you, buddy boy. He really does not like this one. Wraithbone. He's not into the Wraithbone. Or he's very into the Wraithbone. Depends how you look at it. Will I need Wraithbone for the chaplain's mask today? I actually don't remember. Bless you, Merlin, you snotty little bag of snot. Scrape. Hasn't come on camera, he's just left. Fair enough. A more subtle influence from Nurgle today. For now. Sand. Alright. Cool. Thankfully that's the underside, so I'm not going to worry too much about how clean it looks. Ah yes, I see a big stripe there to go and a big stripe there. Oh, I love it when things make sense. And stick. Wow. That's stuck really nicely. Oh, I've just noticed he's got a concealed carry. Nice. Right, then we'll quickly snip off this one. Nice. Sand. There we go. A little bit of there we go. And glue, please. Nice. Okay, front there's alright. Good. Okay, cool. Excellent. Oh yeah, he's got that little purity... Well, not purity skull, it's a skull thing, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. A little dangly skull with dangly bits. Being all dangly. Snip. Ooh, snip. There we go. I nearly snipped the wrong bit. That would not be drove. Just going to take a closer look at this boy. There we go, that'll do. That'll do very nicely. And a little scrape there. Ah, he's so tiny. He's so teeny tiny. There we go. Excellent. Now, where exactly am I sticking this? Yeah, it's going on his handlebars. Okay, cool, good. It was bothering me that there was a skull on that side, but nothing on that side. Drip and stick. Nice. This dude's coated in danglies and tassely bits. He's sick. I love it. Alright, so now we got to get this book. Snip, and snip. So let's get this looking good. Let's get these edges nice and fine. Cut that a little close to the bone, but never mind. That's fine. I do prefer using the sharp edges for getting bits off like this, but occasionally I shave off a little more than I mean to. But it's fine. It's just a slightly damaged book. Excellent. Scrape. Alright, now, I see. Like that? Hang about. There we go. Yeah, like that. Okay. Oh god. Nurgling has returned. Great unclean one. Oi, what are you doing trying to migrate over the top like that? Don't you go eating this book. It's full of important knowledge. Let me glue this book and then I'll approach you. Ah! It's an important book. There we go. Okay, cool. Now which way around does it go? Looks like that. There we go. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. And shloop. And stick. I mean, I would have put the book in his bag or something, but what do I know? How am I going to stick these chains together? That's another question. Let's give this a quick spin. There we go. That seems alright. Mildly melted a bit of the chain there, but you know what? It's just heat damage. That's all it is. Heat damage. Right then. Then we are going to just stick him to this raised platform thing. Stick? I mean, snip. I know my words. Snip. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Sand. Get an extra for snipping. Snip. Come up. There you go. Lovely. Sand. Excellent. Right, so I'm pretty sure it's this way around. Yeah, that's about right. If we stick a bit of the blob in there, and I'm going to put that bit of blue on the underside of there. And stick. And the same for you, back wheel. Come on, don't you be stubborn. There we go. Okay, back wheel in first, and front wheel. I felt something go a little bit. Being a little bit too forceful with it. You know what? Let's just glue his foot down as well. Putting his foot down. Nothing seems in any way broken or damaged, so good. Nice. It's part of me that wonder if I should have primed him before sticking him to this base, but you know what? It's fine. Alright, then the last thing will be sticking the base to the base. Hairs everywhere. There. Alright, cool. That looks like that should be good. Let's do this. Shloop. You gotta have the terrain a bit lopsided so he is more in line with the base, which pleases me. Gut feeling tells me I may have to super glue it down. But we shall see. Nice. Cool. Right, so going to give him a couple minutes to stick to that while I go and prep the priming station. But actually, you know what? Before prepping any such station, I think we should probably cut out the heads, because they'll need priming too. Yes, they shall indeed need priming as well. Right, there's his bare head, rocking an epic tash by the look of it from here. And a sneep. Let's just round out his dome. Very good. Yes, that's good. That's the head. Let's face it, it's that sick helmet that we all know the chaplain's for. Wow, it's so metal. I love it. Sand. It's, oh yes, it has this massive halo here, which is equally sick. Snip. Wow, it's so pointy. There we go. That was a stubborn one. Right, and then gloop and stick. Nice. Now he's metal as hell, and I am all for it. Seriously, why would you pick, you know, bloody... Come on, focus. Why would one pick bloody budget Hulk Hogan over this absolute gem of a helmet? Ugh. But I'm going to give myself the options. Right, so what I'm going to do for the heads, I've got these two little pieces of blue tack, and I'm literally just going to stick them like that. Boop. Very good. And then that way I shall prime them from all angles. But on top of that as well, just got this bit of thin tissue paper here. I'll just place them on top of that so that way I can take hold of them and just spin them around in the base station. That's a dumb idea. This thing will probably disintegrate. Hang on. Get up, you. You know what? I'll just leave them like that. Just leave them on the blue tack bit straight in the prime station, and I'll just sort of poke them up and spin them around that way. It's fine. That'll do absolutely fine. And how are you sticking? You're not sticking at all. Alright then. I'm gonna get me super glue pen out. Gonna make it cooperate. Just a little sticking. There we go. Stick. Nice. That's already sticking. Good. Excellent. Very good. Thank you, trusty super glue. Right, now to get out the priming station. But wait, there is yet one more thing to be done. I need to barrel out his guns. I'm always so eager to move on. You know, make good progress, feel good. I always forget to do everything. But today, I'm going to make sure that I remember everything properly. Okie dokie. Oh, it's almost at a difficult angle, but it's good. We got this. We got this noise. Beautiful. Just keep going through. Excellent. Nice. Nice through the portholes there. Get me trusty spike. Oh, he's being very stubborn. Hang about. That's one. There we go. That's two. Two pilots. Oh. Hello. This is the trouble with marking them with masking tape. They're just not quite as good at gripping as one would like. There we go. There we go. That's one. Drill, drill, drill. Yeah, it's gone through. There we go. Lovely. Very, very nice. Now, there's a part of me that's wondering, do I just drill the... You know what? Sod it. I'm going to just drill the neck hole right now. Let's get to this big boy in here. Very good. Oh, I think I'm through. Good, good. Very good. I'll keep it fairly tight because I don't want to make it so roomy for the magnet that the magnet just falls in and I can't get it out because then it'll be rattling and then I will just throw this dude out. And I really don't want to throw this dude out because, again, he metal as heck, bro. Put the drill bits away. Right then, we shall begin this with just the two little head bits there. Move them back a bit. There we go. Position. Let's try and get it central to the camera, shall we? There we go. Right, we'll begin with these fellas first. Where's my black primer? There it is. Right, here we go. Spin around. You too. I think that's alright actually, but one more on this side. There we are. Let's going to gently move them over here to dry off. Whilst I do the bigger one, I'm gonna stick my respirator on for this one.
It's going to need more than just a couple of sweeps. Right, my headless friend, let's do this noise. Put you right side up. There we go.
I'm not here to show you off, Cat. I'm here to show off the newly primed Chaplain. There we go. Go on, Cat. Move your butt. Right, come on then. You're such a lump. And here he is, the primed Chaplain. But he's so dark, it's difficult to actually see him. There we go. It's looking good, nice and black. A couple of small weird blemishes on the base rim there, but easy enough to sort. Yeah, excellent. And we also have the heads. There's his bare head. I think there's a little bit of grain just under the back of the neck there, but I can quickly sort that. And of course, a glorious helmet, which is looking very good. Excellent, excellent. Right, I'll put the heads aside for now. I shall do them a little later. And for now, we shall stick with this fine, dark fellow. The edge is real, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go over all the bits of the stay in black with Abaddon Black, just to give it a proper base coating. Man, I already need to fix these brushes up. Add a bit of black into my wet palette. Right, now that's that watered down, more or less. Let's do this. Paint, paint, paint. Paint, 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 paint. Yeah, I think this paint's been thinned quite nicely, actually. Alright, I've got to remember the ratio that I used. Yes, I remember. Good. For a minute, I thought I'd achieved something that appears to be perfection and just hadn't bothered to note down how I did it. Paint, paint, paint. That's all the main points of blackness that are now coated in a bit of Abaddon. There we go. It seems redundant, I know, but it's apparently it's a different final texture from primer paint, so I'm going to follow that train of logic. There we go. Paint. There we go. Good. Hang on a tick, I've just noticed something. There's something in the box that is not on my model. Where's me bits here? Hang about. Where's me sprues? Here it is. Is there anything I've missed? Have I missed something? No, I haven't. I have absolutely nothing left, so... Yeah, it just looks like a little skull on the front of his bike there. Yeah, here's what it is. Guess this one just didn't fancy the skull on the front of the bike, you know? Preferences and all that. Right, so next I'm going to do some of the red bits. And to do this, I'm going to add some corn red onto both the metallic reds and the softer reds, such as the handle of his rhythm stick. Apologies to anyone who doesn't like me calling it a rhythm stick, but you can't tell me that's not a rhythm stick. He hits them with his rhythm stick. Paint, 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 paint. And try and get right in between those fingertippies. Oh damn, that was actually pretty good. Okay, not too bad. Paint, 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 paint. I mean, seriously, the lap of luxury. Nice red velvet handlebars on your bike. That's when you know that you've made it. I wonder, is there anyone who paints the model more or less completely before even removing the pieces from the sprues, let alone before assembling it? If anyone's heard of that, do let me know. Now his hand's more or less completely covering it there, so I think I will leave that. Paint, paint, paint. From the way this inlaid symbol is on his book of, well, actually book of litanies, I imagine when I paint gold in there I'm going to make some mistakes. I foresee going to paint over these reds again. Nice. And of course he has those super jazzy red bolters. Careful, paint, paint, paint. So far today has been the most consistent I've ever been with watering down my paints, at least I feel it is. And it feels good. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, I can see these lights just there. Looks like they may also be a kind of red. So I'm just going to use the same red. It looks the same. Paint, 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 paint. Paint, paint, paint. There we are. Nice. Even though the red light should be at the back, really, but hey-ho. Just going to try and do a bit of the underside of this book red. Just a little bit that's poking out. There's gold. Ooh, do not fray on me brush, not now. There we go. Actually, just about to see it under there. Good. Because you never know, it could be some peeping Tom underneath him just looking up his bike skirt. Alright, very good, very good. Okay. I think what I'm going to do now is probably apply the lead belcher to the metal bits. Yes, I think I'll do that next. I think Iron Hand Steel actually will probably suit him better. I'm going to use that one. Right. Now let's do this. Paint, paint, paint. Paint, paint, paint. Nice. Paint, 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 swoop. Very lovely. Paint, 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 paint. Wow, come on, let's do this with minimal spill. You got this. You got this, boy. Cool, cool. Paint, 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 paint. Paint, 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 paint. Get that lovely paint on there. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Then we'll smash some heretics. Oh, the doo-dah day. There you go. Okay, cool. Here we go. Get these nuts looking good. Easier said than done when your brush wants to split at the worst moments. Paint, paint, paint. Superundi. Paint, 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 paint. I don't know why, but I feel like something's clicked. I feel like I'm doing much better now than I did on even my last painting session. I don't know what's going on. Have I been possessed? Good thing I have the chaplain here. Paint, 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 paint. There we go. Excellent. Let's quickly tart up these chains. I don't doubt I will inevitably get some paint on them, but I'll just go over them again. Paint, 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 paint. Wow, chains are looking good. I love it. It seems like such a fuss though. When you need to read a passage, you have to unchain it. It just seems like such a fuss. I would have got it on a Kindle personally, but I guess that's why he's up there and I'm down here. Paint, 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 paint. I wonder what colour this lock should be. The lock on the top. Just had a look at the picture and it's a silver ring with gold in the middle on the padlock itself, and I like that. It looked really cool, so I'm gonna do it too. Who needs imagination and creativity when you can just copy what's on the box? It's actually very convenient for me because I love the Ultramarines and they just paint the Ultramarines everywhere. I don't know why, but I would have always imagined, in my mind, that like the Blood Angels would be the poster children of the, well, of all of Warhammer, arguably, let alone just the Space Marines. But no, it's the Ultramarines. I mean, obviously, I'm not complaining because I love the Ultramarines. I love their tactical, logistical style. But yeah, for some reason, I just thought it would be the Blood Angels, old Sanguinius's lads. Globbed that on a little thick. I'll be honest, guys, it's really satisfying painting this chain. Like, just seeing it get filled into a beautiful metallic silver feels good. Dopamine. I'm feeling the dopamine as we speak. One of these days I have to make a custom chapter and call them the Dope Marines. There we go. That looks pretty rad. I love it. Right, where else is silver? The chain. Back in my original Primaris Outrider video, I always forgot to do this chain link thing. What I assume is ammo going to the gun there. Magnifique. Ooh, let's actually put some paint on my brush. Paint would help for the painting. Don't you ever let anyone tell you otherwise. Oop, nice bit of spill there. Never mind. Okay, so I know we have all these tiny little rivets, but I'm not going to bother doing the rivets yet. I'm going to wait till I've thoroughly washed and gone over everything, and I'll probably do the rivets last. These exhaust pipes need to be silver. I think this bit here should be silver too. There we go. How about I get it at a good camera angle so you guys can actually see what I'm doing? Would that not be considerate of me? Paint, paint, paint. Paint, 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 paint. Looking like a full-on goth marine. Let's get that pipe in there. Cool. And the pedals. You know what? I bet the rut of the pedals would be the same red, actually. So I think I'm going to go back over that very shortly. It's a real lap of luxury kind of thing, because he's a chaplain and he deserves it. Or at least I'm sure he'd like to think so. But I mean, who's going to tell him otherwise, right? Sure as hell ain't gonna be me. Paint, 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 paint. There we go. Nice underside there. Looking lovely. Let's get his other side. Paint, paint. Just because he's so dark, it isn't easy to pick up on the camera. Edge. Beautiful. Truly a thing of beauty. Or something. You see the bits of blue there from on my priming station. Right. Excellent. And there's this doohickey. And by doohickey I mean an exhaust pipe. Paint, 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 paint. One of these days I'm gonna do some kind of custom thing with a chaplain on a bike where I have his legs just sticking out like, way, like he's having the time of his life. That'll be brilliant. Get you right in there. Magnifique. Brilliant. Just occurred to me, the book spine really should also be the same corn red. And I keep losing focus. You know, I'm gonna tilt you down a little. There we go. That's better. I hope it's better. Quickly just diverge back to the corn red. I was hoping I'd never go back to a colour after using it. That was kind of what I was trying to do this time, but oh well. The art comes first. Paint, paint, paint. There we go. While I have the corn red, I'll quickly just go over this lattice. I'm thinking if I do this right, I can leave the black in the lattice, and then it would look really cool. There we go. May have to go over some of the silver again after this, but it's worth it because this looks really cool. There we go. You see that red lattice look? Sweet. It's a little bit of the silver needs to go over again, but still, I'm very pleased with that. It looks very, very luxurious. None on that side to be seen, so cool, cool. Alright then, so now I guess it's time for the big one. The big one, of course. Wait, I'm not done with silver. I'm not done with silver at all. I haven't done his vents. Blech, come here, you. There we are. Okay, paint, paint, paint. Nice. Now I've just got to somehow do his little side vents there. It's going to be a bit more interesting. There we go. Paint, paint, paint. Cool. So that's the vents there done. Alright. I think this is also metal, isn't it? So let's do that. Let's get you looking all sprucey, shiny, beautiful, Mr. Metal backrest. It's hard work being a chaplain. You need something to lean on. Then there's this tube, this roll tube. What colour would that be? I literally haven't a foggy. Part of me wonders, would that be red as well? Like, at least the straps maybe? The tube? Or the tube? No, the tube would be silver, the caps would be gold, and the straps would be red. There we go. It is decided. Thus shall it be. There we are. Bit of spill into the black there, but oh well. Right, I won't bother doing that red just yet, because pretty sure now that all the silver is done. So now we're going to move on to the next big thing. This piece of gorgeousness, Retributor armor. I love it. Second only to Leadbelcher. Right, so there's definitely going to be plenty of this colour all over him. Right, I think that's watered down okay. Let's test it on this nice straightforward one before we go anywhere else. Ooh. And that's the doorbell. Ooh, it's a package. One that's not for me, but for my girlfriend, so I have no idea what it is. Could be a bomb. I doubt it. Stranger things have happened. Paint, paint, paint. Just realising now how many little tiny intricate spiky details there are on him. So this is going to be entertaining. Blah, blah. Here we go, fair bit of spillage, but we'll sort that out later. Let's see if we can do better on the other side. Point will not stay point. Paint, paint, paint. There we go. Right, again a bit of spillage, but still looking very nice. Side bit there. There we are. Right, so I know he's more or less lined in gold. Let's give him that lining. Paint. Surprised how little the cat's pestering me today. He's just chilling on the windowsill right now. Makes me wonder what he's up to. Some kind of foul plan in the works. Paint. And of course this guy's all gold, skulls galore. Speaking my language, boy. Paint. Sweet. Trying to get under that gun handle. There we go. Nice. Not bad at all. I won't lie, today is making me feel like I am rapidly approaching the end of my noob stage. I mean, I'm approaching it a lot quicker than I thought I would, and I really don't have a plan for what to do when I'm no longer a noob. Because that's kind of my shtick, you know? It's like my milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard. And without that milkshake, my yard will be empty of the boys. I'm going to stop that analogy now because it's going down a dark route. And I'm holding a chaplain, so I don't want to push my luck. Paint. This knee is skullless. I wonder what it is about the right knee that is worthy of a skull and not the left. Then again, why does the left handlebar have a dangly bit and the right does not? Why is anything happening? What's going on? Right, so I have no doubt this bit here will be coated in a lovely gold. The rim of this, I forget what it's called, like a pauldron for the upper thigh. Anyone in the comments who knows what they're called, let me know, because I genuinely forgot. Ah, it's bothering me now. You lovely lot in the comments, I'm sure one of you will let me know. Or tell me I'm stupid for forgetting. Both are valid. In there for a very tight paint. There we go. Nice. Very sick, very cool. Do the other side now while we're on these. Why do I keep having to name these thigh things? I will simply stop talking about them. Lovely jubbly. Bit of spill in there, but it'll be a lot easier to tidy that up than trying to avoid it. Sweet. Now, I have no doubt this is, yep, just looked, and indeed that skull is gold. Every skull is gold on this bad boy. Who am I kidding? He is the most blinged out of them, which is mildly ironic for the most gothic and edgy. I want my bike to be all black. You don't often hear them say about gold trim, although black and gold, oh, match made in heaven. Blue and gold as well, funnily enough, and I'm not just saying that because I love the ultramarines, although that is true. It genuinely goes so well together. Whoops, a little bit eager there, my bad. I wonder what colour that chain would be, probably silver. Certainly a gold little thing down here. Let's fill that in. Sorry it keeps getting blurry, guys, I'm trying to avoid that happening. Ah, there's the key. Yeah, right there. There's the key to his book. You know what, I might do something a bit different with that, but for now I'm just going to paint it all gold. Come back to it later. You know, if I remember. You all know what I'm like. I'd forget my own head if it wasn't attached to my neck. Paint. Very good. Let's get that skull finished up. It's really starting to take good shape. Hopefully once all the shading and... well, not shading, he's so dark, but the highlighting gets involved, it'll start looking pretty rad. Oops. Sorry, dude. That's a good point. The little soft bit there on the back there. That should probably also be that same velvety red. So far, it's the only colour I've had to go back to is that red, so I'd say that's a pretty good sign that I'm getting better at remembering things. Lovely. Get in. There we are. Get in there. Yeah. Beautiful. I think. Are you beautiful? I'm not sure if you're actually beautiful. Hang about. Yeah, it looks like that there is supposed to somehow attach to that bit there, but we'll just say it's mounting on the side. It's fine. It's fine. It's an unconventional skull mount. I'm sure the other chaplains won't mind. Paint. Oh, this gold trim. It's gorgeous. I love it. Oh god, all them purity seals. Ugh. Purity seals, man. I always forget the little buggers. Get in there, little... there we go, I think. There we are. Let's get this arm done. Nice bit of spill in there. But again, not a problem. We'll tidy up later. So, does anyone out there fully know and understand why it is people shit on the Ultramarines so much? I mean, everyone can think of reasons why they're not fans of the Ultramarines, but my guess would be the reason it's so universal is simply because they are the poster child and they are always pushed forward and people just get bored of them. Which is fair enough in my opinion, despite the fact that I love them. Like I said earlier, I would have thought it would be like the Blood Angels or something, so I wonder if they'll ever kind of swap it out. Or maybe just take turns, you know what I mean? Just, you know, one time on one book have it be the Dark Angels, next time have it be the Space Wolves, etc, etc, etc. Maybe even throw some successor chapters in. The inside of this gold. Yeah, despite a lot of spillage, there we go, despite a lot of spillage, this is all going very well. I mean, don't tell him I said this, but he's starting to be reminiscent of a Black Legion dude, in my opinion. Could that be a coincidence? Ugh, better not say that any louder. Because say what you want about Chaos, especially the Black Legion, but they do rock that black with gold trim. Paint, 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 paint. This little bit there, a bit of gold. Sweep. Whoop, bit too much there. Sweep. There we are. Oh no, now I've got to do the inside one. Ah, there we go. There's an angle. Sweep. Suprundi. Oh damn, a whole stripe of black still on there. I am not on my game. It's so easy. It's like, how do you miss it? And yet, it's just so easily missed. Nearly slammed him on the ground. Right, now let's get these beautiful wings done. The whole thing's just gold, I believe, so that's going to be straightforward. Boshki, boshki, boshki. Paint, 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 paint. I'm trying my best not to treat this brush like it's a dry brush. Get in them ribs. Paint, paint, paint. Get in them nooks and crannies. Excellent. Nice. He's really starting to come together. Let's do that chest now. He's even got like rivets. Little tiny rivets in his chest, which I am going to attempt to paint silver, but man, I'm not looking forward to it. And I've seen Chaplains many times in many formats, but I just can't get over this guy's bling. He is rocking it. The underpauldron there that hasn't been done. Paint, paint, paint. Very good. Cool. Right. Now I guess I'm just going to do the gold of his exhaust here. Paint, paint, paint. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't drill out his exhaust. Dear me. Gonna have to do something about that in a moment. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the details too bad. How could I have been so silly? Paint, 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 paint. Go. Paint, 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 paint. Get that in there, there we go. Looking lovely. Cool. Right, so I will be going to drill those exhausts after doing anything else that need doing. Though amusingly, that might have been one of the last things, although I do actually see just there on his belt he has a crux, so we will quickly grab that bad boy. At least I think it's called a crux. I don't remember. Wait, no, I'm thinking of the Terminator pauldron, the crux terminatus. Crux, is that what it's called? I know a lot about 40k, but I always forget the names of things. Paint, 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 paint. Nice. Got some nice bling on his belt. Alright, so now for the bit that is going to be amusingly difficult, and that's filling in this here with gold. And then oh, I knew I'd be going over the red bits again, so no hard feelings there. Cool. Paint, 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 paint. Very nice. I think I will give his book the gold lining edge there. Definitely did a lot of spillage with this bit of gold banding, but oh well, just need to go back over for some things with the red anyway. Looks cool though. Paint, 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 paint. Nice, now it's a very fancy book. Right, is that all gold? I think that's all the gold. I really do, including a massive streak going along the back there. Well, I've still got to wait for the gold to dry properly before I can drill into the barrels without causing a huge mess. So I think I'm going to do that parchment now real quick, and that is going to be a nice straightforward bit of wraith bone to begin with. Don't need too much, thankfully. I may even need a smaller brush than the one I'm using right now, but we'll give it a go. It's pretty thin. Oh well, I think it will still be okay. Paint. You'd think he'd have made sure the spine was facing the front, that way all the gunk ain't like flying into the book as he drives along. But hey, what do I know? Oh, it's difficult to paint this with a good angle. Oh, of course, the little bookmark bit. Wonder what chapter he's up to. And let's face it, that'll probably be the same red with a gold end. Cool. Alright then. That's good for now. Let's add that little bit of red. There we go. Difficult angles. There we go. Looking good. And back to that beautiful gold, of which I put too much on my brush. But is there such a thing as too much Retributor armor gold? I don't think so. Only too little, Chaplain. Sick. And I have just spotted I didn't do all the shoulder of his right arm. Look there, the top bit there is still black. Let us remedy this. Paint, paint, paint. Very good, very good, very good. Right, it just occurred to me there is a place that needs silver. Those handlebars there. I'm gonna quickly do that. Tiniest bit, there we go. A nice little point. Try and get a good camera angle. That seems alright. There we go. Tiniest bit of spillover, but here all. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Same on that side to a little degree. Nice. And you know what? I don't know why, but that little bump bit there, I want that to be silver as well. I can't really explain why. It just feels right. There we go. Marvellous. Good. Super good. Okay, so it's got a couple little buttons there. There's handlebars. I'm going to just quickly paint some of them. A red stop button. Red for stop. A red for another stop, I guess. Very good. Yep. Another red button. Even better when I have a point. Okay, get it. Very sweet. I'm going to paint this silver as well. I always forget about this cartridge ejection point. Paint. Lovely, big spill there, but oh well, go over that again. Right, yeah, I definitely made this a bit too watery. I mean, I'm glad I chose the Caliban green, because it's a bit darker and thus it isn't going to take away from the rest. Looks like I made it a bit watery. Let's just quickly dab some up. There we are, something like that. There we go. Alright, so you know what, I think the last thing I'm going to do before I start drilling into that, just to make sure it's extra dry, is I'm going to attach that magnet now. The one in the neck. Gonna bring out Matt of Magnets. He's gonna supervise. And plus, I can use his neck to make sure I stay consistent. There's consistency in all things. Even if it's a Chaplain helmet going onto a regular Ultramarine just for shits and giggles. Because the Ultramarine was like, hey, look at me, I'm Bob the Chaplain. Meh. Yeah. Okay, so one sec. Matt. There. Actually, I was probably smarter to do it using the head rather than onto there, otherwise I'll struggle to get it off. There we go. Right, so it's that way up. Thank you, Matt. I don't actually need this other magnet yet, so I'm going to put that back. I'm being silly. What I love about putting these magnets away is all I've got to do is just casually throw it in the bag and it absolutely organises itself. Why can't more things organise themselves? Okie dokie. So, if I was to say I was to briefly use Matt's head as a guide, does the magnet even go in? It looks like it does. Yeah, it looks like it does. Okay. Although I think I am actually going to re-drill it a little bit. It looks like it's gotten a little smaller after the priming, which makes a lot of sense. You know, filling with paint and all that. Okay, hopefully that will do the job. Oh god, a big splooge of super glue there, but I guess that is what I need. Okay, don't let me down, Matt. You gotta nail it. Come on, Matt. Okay, oh god, before they stick together. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh god. Whew. Okay, so I managed to get this off before it's stuck to Matt for good. There we go. Now I'm just going to do it this way. I need something to push it in with. Something non-metal. Anything non-metal that I can use around here? Oh wait, of course I can just use the end of this brush. Here I am, overcomplicating everything. Oh god, I don't know which way around that is. There we are. Okay, it's in there and it's flush. There we go. Excellent. There we go. I'll just paint over it black. Here we go. Excellent. Very, very good. Okay, with that done. Thank you, Matt. So while I have this drill out, I'm going to drill these, but obviously with a different drill bit because this would obliterate those. Too big. This could do, but it also could be a bit big. Oh, solid. I think it will work. I'm going to use it. If you pretend you're confident, things should turn out just fine. Where's my spike? Here it is. Alright then. It's a shame I forgot to do this before I painted it, but it is what it is. That's one. Poke, that's two, that's three pokes, and there's poke number 4. All pretty central. Good, good. Alright, let's do this noise. Drill. This is quite nerve-wracking. I can tell I'm nervous because I'm just not drilling as hard as I normally do. It's going nowhere. I think I'm shaving some of it away, actually. Alright, this drill's a bit too big. Okay, let's find a slightly smaller one. This looks like a good contender. Okay, drill. You're not drilling in as far. I guess that's the best it's going in. No worries. Drill. Wow, it's really reluctant to get any further in than that. I'm pushing pretty hard. Yeah, then. Yeah, I guess that really is going to be it. And the last one. Drill. I wonder if the fact that it's been painted has anything to do with it. Oh well, that'll do. It's not much, but it's something. Alright, I think we're nearly done with this stage of things. Just going to have the corn red. There we go. Very nice. Oh yeah, I was going to put red there, wasn't I? Let's do it. Let's get that lovely red on there. That's so good. Random bit there that I'm just going to make red for reasons none of us really know. Get me a point, damn it. There we go. Alright, and I'm going to do this skull here. Going to give it some of this here wraith bone, because it is an actual skull, it would seem. Paint. There we go. Very cool. Alright, so that's all the bases, I think, of this guy done, all the base colours. Again, for the ground, I'm just going to do what I always do, where I get it grey and gritty. Minus a couple of details of the shells and whatnot, but that's by the by. Cool. Alright, and I'll worry about tidying up the small spillovers later. For now, I'm going to put it to the side. Let us bring out the heads. Here we go. Right, so for these guys, I have a secret weapon. Ultra high tech, so hold on to your hats, guys. Here we go. Yeah, so what I've got here, it's very simply a cork with a safety pin wrapped around and taped to the side. It's ultimately low tech, but the reason I've gone for this is so this will effectively prevent the needle from spinning, keeping it at the exact same orientation the whole time, while also giving me a good point of reference to sort of roll my fingers around on. That way I always know what way it's facing, even if I'm sort of not paying attention to... You know what I mean? That's kind of the plan. We'll put the helmet aside. First we'll do the bear head. I've got a tiny little drill here. Drill, 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 drill. Drill, drill, drill. Excellent. Obviously this whole bottom here is going to be snipped off by the end. Bung him. There we go. Nice. Definitely zooming in for this one. Alright then, so to begin with, I'm going to give him a basing of Wraithbone. Don't even need to get the pot out, 'cause I've already got some in here, so that's good. Paint, 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 paint. Oh, his head did rotate a little bit. Just need to be very careful with him. He's getting looser. Looser gooser. Come on, you. Ugh, that's better. Oh shit, he can carry the halo as well. Like on his head there. He has a slot for it. Looks like I need to find him another halo. Very good. Paint, paint, paint. Beautiful. Very good. More beautiful than the ability to focus. There we are. I'm actually going to make another one of these while waiting for this one to dry, so that way we can do the helmet at a similar time. There we go. Not the best angle. Let's try that again. Let's do that again. A bit more upward, please. There we go. That's good. See, I'm hoping we can just orc our way through this and say that if we all believe this will work hard enough, then it will just work. It's the power of dreams and belief, folks. Power of imagination. But you all got to believe with me, see? There we go. Magnifique. Right, so put him off to one side, and then we shall drill into this fine piece of eye candy. Boop. Get it shorter as well, so it's less flex. Okay. Spike you too. There we go. Let's see. Oh, there's the spike. A little tiny neck butthole. Drill, 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 drill. I can really feel the flimsiness of his halo against my fingers. It makes me nervous. Nervous, I say. There we go. Now, there we are. Still a bit spinny. Come on now. Okay, there we go. That's quite tight. Good, 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 good. Tilt the camera up a bit more. There we go. Alright then, let's get his face all boned up. Paint, paint, paint. Paint, 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 paint. There we go. There we go. Nice. Actually, I'm also going to do on the side the eyes I've decided. Nice. Very good. I think, just to differentiate from the red everywhere else, I'm going to put Mephiston red, or Mephiston red, however you bloody pronounce it, into his eyes. Make them pop a little, you know? Oh god, and then it spun. It shakes. No. Oh god, my shakes. Not the best camera angle, I know, so I do apologise. That's not too bad. Not bad at all. Just a couple of small blemishes. Alright, cool. I like it. I like it. Quickly let that dry. We'll go back to the bear head. Alright. And to this, I'm going to add a gentle layer of Rakarth flesh. Just a gentle layer. Right, here we go. Paint, 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 paint. Looking good. Looking very good. Oh, Zed's doing a bit of a tilt. A bit of a lean. He's like, what you saying about me? And I say, you're looking good, man. You're looking good. Please don't execute me. Right, let that sit on him for a bit. Right, so jumping back to this geezer, I am also going to give him a bit of Rakarth flesh, but a lot less. And in more strategic places, like the brow. Things of that nature. It's just a little. Just like that. There we go. Just do. Got a little red beauty spot. Might end up keeping that there. Right, cool. Yeah, that's pretty alright. Nice. But as much as that beauty spot is beautiful, I'm going to do something about it. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, quickly move old Skeletor back over here. I think, for a little while at least, we're going to go back to the main bike. We are going to start the next layers. So first off, I'm going to deal with the reds. I'm going to give them a bit of a washing. So first, with all the softer reds, like on the hilt of his rhythm stick, the handle, little feet bit and whatnot, I'm going to wash them with a bit of Nuln Oil. I just remembered there's the whole bit there without red, so you know what, I'm going to just very quickly remedy that. Get you as red as you need to be. There you go. Whoa, I did not do his forearm with any gold. What am I doing? What is wrong with me? Avast. This will not stand. Paint, 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 paint. Excellent. On top of that, I've also noticed a bit of parchment there. It's not done, so I'm going to quickly hit that up as well. And I started so well with remembering everything, and then I quickly didn't. Let's get a bit more of a point. There we go. Then there's the damn purity seals. I always forget the purity seals. Kind of unavoidable on this model though with this boy. There we go. Since I'm here doing parchments, paint, paint, paint. Very good. Paint, paint. Whoa, these are at a very difficult angle. There we go. Right, then again on this side. There we go. Lovely. Right, while I wait for that to dry, I quickly jump back to our pale friend. Looking very good. Looking very, very good. Right, so for this fellow, we're now going to give him a quick wash with Reichland Flesh Shade. There we go. Brush, brush, brush. Right, let's sit for a little bit. Might have used a bit much, but oh well, looks good. Either way, I'm going to do similar for this, but on a smaller scale. Not quite as much, although I probably should have done the same with that one, but regardless. There we go. Nice. Excellent. Looking very good. Looks like that should all sit in the recesses very nicely. Excellent. Alright, so now jumping back to this. Speaking of all Reichland Flesh Shade, since I have it out, I'm going to quickly deal with the... Oh wait, no, I'm not. Scratch that. Right, now to the Nuln Oil for all of the softer reds. Paint. Paint. There we are. Yeah, that looks good. Right, now for that bit of hard red, i.e. the bolters on the front, we're going to use Agrex Earthshade. You know, I need to paint at the top of these bits silver. I didn't do that. Oh well, let's keep it red. Very good. Okay, and I think before continuing, I'm going to tidy up some of the blemishes, I think. Make it look pristine again. Okay. Oh god, this is fun. Trying to go between the spokes of this halo. There we go. Careful paint. Careful paint. It's definitely easier to paint in between them than to perfectly paint on them, to be honest, so yeah, that's good. Now this one, however, has gold within the halo itself. I'm not sure how best to deal with that, except just stick it in and then tidy it up with gold after. Paint. There we go. I nearly did it perfectly. But I'll go back over that a little bit with gold again, but other than that, I think that has done a good job in tidying it overall. Get you tidied up. There, beautiful. Lovely. Get those blacks as black as they need to be. Yeah. Lovely. Tidy you up, make you look beautiful. On this big obvious bit. Yeah. Right over that. Lovely. Excellent. Excellent. Nearest down it. Yes, nearest down it. Paint over you as well. Excellent. Get over that. There you go. Pristine. I think this side was already pretty decent. Swoop shitty whoopity poop. Brilliant. Get into the currently unknown named thigh pauldron. Good. Gold on there we go. There's one thing I've learned doing this, there is always a bit that one's missed. Always. But that's fine. Oh, I didn't do the lock on the top, did I? Silly me. I'll do that now. Because I think that's all the major tidy up. There's not much point doing much more. It's a little silver. Paint. The hard bit. Beautiful. Lovely. And then back to gold. I'm always happy to go back to the gold because it looks so darn good. Try and keep the inside of it black. There we go. It's gold now. Oh well. Tiny details, right? God. Just trying to add a tiny bit more gold into a bit of the decal there and suddenly poof. Well, easy enough to fix that up later. What was the other gold thing I saw that needed doing? There was something else. Oh yeah, I was going to fix this. Cool. I didn't do that chain. Going back to silver again. I'm always so back and forth. I mentioned before about doing a challenge where once I put a colour away, I cannot bring it out again, and I would suck at that challenge so hard. Paint. Carefully around that gold skull. Real careful. Very nice. Oh, actually, while I'm sitting with silver, I need to quickly paint over that again. There we go. The hair over there, get it off. There we go. Super duper. Let's do those purity seals, and I do quite like doing them corn red. It adds a kind of purpliness to them when I shade them with the Emperor's Children one. I think, yeah, literally Emperor's Children, that's what it's called. Or was it Screaming Pink? I don't remember what I used that last time. Oh well. We'll just go with whatever my gut tells me in a few moments. Well, when this is dry. I may forget about the purity seal, but they do look so cool. Very cool. Supernone, looking beautiful. Look at that sweet rosy red. It's beautiful. Brilliant. Very cool. So we're going to let him think about that while the purity seal is dry. Quickly jump back to the head. Zoom in. It's looking very good. Looking very, very good. I'm going to add a bit of the old Rune Lord brass onto all of his mechanical bits. Brush. Paint. Looking good. How am I managing to be so precise right now? This does not normally happen to me. Definitely need to get this ladder halo. Damn, I'm very impressed. I won't lie. Again, such precision is not a thing that usually happens to me. Cool. Let's see if I can't just... There we go. Let's do this. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. There we are. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. I'll give that some shading when it has dried. And as for this guy, it's going to go with the black rather than the brass. And in case anyone hasn't guessed yet, the halo is going to be done last. It is the bit I'm looking forward to the most, so it's going to be savoured. You know what? He's a bit loose. Yeah, he's loosey-goosey. Let's quickly tighten him up. I will find a way to keep him from rotating around. My brush is just very reluctant to point. There we go. Paint, 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 paint. Bit on the skull, but no worries. He's still beautiful. There we go. Okay, cool. Wow, some very, very fine points now. Right, cool. It's just occurred to me for this bloke's name. It should have been obvious from the start. It's Charlie. He's Charlie Chaplain. Looking sexy, Charlie. I'm pondering what's best to do next. Probably going to start working on the shading now. Yes, indeed. Right, so I'm going to wash the golds, I think. And I shall give them a wash with the old Reichland Flesh Shade. This is where he starts to look positively gorgeous. Wash. Giving it quite a heavy wash, and I'll sort of dab any excess away. There we go. Excellent. For the unnamed thigh pauldron. I never really know what's a good amount to do for washing the gold with Reichland. Just following my gut, really, but what do you guys reckon is the best amount? Like, I'm doing it quite a healthy amount. Hearty, I suppose I should say. I suppose people would say it's preference, really, which is fair enough. Definitely going to get plenty of it on the exhaust here, because I'm going to layer that up with Agrax and then Nuln Oil as well down the line to make it look like it's been burnt through. Brilliant. I'm going to need to, at the very end, fill them with black, but I will do that at the end. At the very, very end. Bosh, 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 bosh. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Bosh, boshy, bosh. Get the excess around that. Very good. Blush. There we go. He's looking good. Excellent. Now the gold is really rich. I love it. Right, so now I'm going to add a bit of Rakar flesh to this parchments and to that skull down there, actually. And if you're wondering, I haven't tidied up around the edge of that skull because of this reason, because I know I'm going to probably mess it up again. So I'm waiting until it's a bit more done. I think I watered that down a little much. We'll have to do it again then, won't we? Whoops. That's better. I'm slowly getting there with the watering down of paints, but I still have a wee ways to go. Paint the front, keep your eye holes. Sweet, there in the parchments. I'll add a bit of this old Rakarth in there as well. Right in this book. Yeah. Looking mighty fine. Mighty, mighty fine. Paint, 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 paint. Painty, painty. Very sweet. Now when it comes to weathering and battle damage, I'm not going to do very much to this guy. I can't help but imagine he'd keep everything about him and his stuff immaculate. Obviously there's going to be some dirt around the edges, because he's in a battlefield right now. But he would keep things pristine, surely. Surely. Hopefully I've not just lost a whole load of my audio, because my software just went a bit weird. Oh, we shall see, we shall see, we shall see. That will be most upsetting. Paint, 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 paint. Very good. Very, very good. Alright then, I'm going to quickly paint this halo the beautiful gold it deserves to be. Yep, oh dear. Get back on the spike. Actually, no, I'm not going to paint up. There. What are you looking at? Why is it being so stubborn? Okay, fine, you win. I'll hold the halo. And I'm going to paint silver on him now. Not the gold, like I said it would be, but the silver. Doop, doop, doo. Painty, 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 painty. That's cool, cool, cool. And the back bit's silver, just because. Beautiful. Right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick him back in that blue tack. Boop. And we're going to do the halo that way. In fact, now he's sat on a floating cushion. Let's doop, doop, doo. Doop, doop, doo, 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 doo. Zoom in. There we go. Brush, brush, brush. Brush, brush, brush. Get you looking beautiful once you make out with my finger. Nom, 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 nom. Right, so I made the halo blinging, but I also got loads of gold on his head, so that's a bit annoying. Yeah, okay, in hindsight, I should have done the halo first. Well, earlier. Now, there is something I did forget to do. It's that belt. His belt around there, and also the holster for the gun, and the gun itself. So, time to get those cracking. I think a nice bit of, well, I think for him, Rhinox hide I'm going to do for his belt, because I don't want it so bright as to draw attention. Right, with that watered, let's see what we can do. Paint, gently paint. Oh gods. Wish I'd remembered to do this before the gold. Then this wouldn't be so terrifying. And let's get you in there. Paint, 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 paint. He really needs to tuck his belt in. It's very annoying. And it's all about finding them camera angles. Paint, paint, paint. There we go. That looks pretty good. It doesn't draw too much attention away from everything. Excellent. really can't even see the belt. Let's see if I can get my little light to show it. Just in there, he's got a little satchel. So I'm going to have to reach in through there and deal with that. Let's get the pointiest point that ever did point and see what we can do. Come on. Get browned off. There we go. See on the other side? No, you can't see on the other side. Okay. Cool. Good, good. So I've come to a decision regarding the gold spilt on the skull. I'm going to keep it there as a reminder to myself to get good. Yes, indeed. Right, I think the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to work on some of the finer details of this fellow's face. And to do this, I'm going to add a little bit of Cadian flesh tone to certain parts of him. Excellent. Dry off real quick. And as for this guy, I believe he's more or less done. A couple of blemishes, but again, I'm going to keep them as a reminder to myself. So I guess with that in mind, we need to quickly doctor him now. Need to remove that head from the neck. Right, here's to hoping that this gets done with minimal damage. Widen the angle a bit, there we go. The bottom bit off, but not super straight, so let's sand. Should have brought in magnets to give a blessing. Right then, hopefully that will do it. Okay, so the side that is facing upwards needs to face upwards when it's attached to it. Right, and stick. There we are. Okay, apply the excess. Okay, moment of truth. Oh yeah, very nice. Damn, he does look sick. Right, well now that I know that that's worked, what I'm going to do now is attempt to paint the magnet black. I don't know how well it will do it on metal, but let's have a little look. There we go. Nice. Right, so now, there we go. Now I'm going to add some Agrax Earthshade to the parchments, and also to that skull, I think. Paint. There we go. Let's get some more on these ones. Excellent. Cool. Looking pretty dope. A little too dope. Let's just de-dope that bit. There we go. Let's move him back to the regular head real quick. Now, I'm going to add what I believe is the final shade of it, which is some highlights of Kislev flesh. After I've shaken it like... There we go. It literally goes blue at the bottom if you don't shake it. There we are. Just a couple of highlights. Looks pretty good. Right, and the last thing I'm going to do for him is an absolute tiny bit of Administerium Grey. Administratum Grey. I don't know where I went there. To give him that tash. There we go. Went a little bit into his mouth, so I'll probably be tidying that up down the line. Nice. Very nice. There we go. Right on there as well, just because I could. I think everything else will be fine. Excellent. A little bit of the flesh tones here, just to... Cool. Focus again. There we go. Pretty sure that's this grumpy old bastard done. Well, the head anyway. I'll let that dry off a little bit before I snip it and give it the same neck treatment. Right, now going back to this geezer, who is incidentally the same geezer. Right, so I think it's time to finally add the highlights. So I'm going to begin with some of the Eshin Grey. Okie dokie. Let's just do this. That is a thick highlight. Highlights are always my hardest part. No. Okay, I need to work on this. Why do my highlights always come on super thick? There we go, that's a bit more reasonable. I also think I've made this way too thin. There we go. It's looking much better. This is going a bit worryingly well. That was a little thick now I've said that. But still, looks alright. Why can't I get the brush to stay painted? There we go. Right, now for him himself. He take his head. Oh, well, this is a decent bit of edge highlighting, I think. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. Actually, the last bit I'll do is the underside of these wheel brackets, I suppose. Very good. Very, very good. Right, well now I think his bare head is... Let those highlights dry off while I snip him off that. Come on, Grandad. There we go. He's just going to be colloquially known as Grandad now, even though he's Charlie Chaplin. There we go. That's a much better finish than the helmed one. Okay, let's get him his own little neck magnet. For his chaplains, it'll be the same. There we go. Oh, yeah. That is the right way up for the head. You know, this time I'm actually going to put the blob on the magnet. Come here. This one keeps running away. Oh, I don't know where it's gone. It's vanished. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm not going to put the glue directly on the magnet, as then it just seems really difficult to use. So I'm going to quickly apply it to the neck. Just a little. There we go. A bit more modest than the last time. Stick. Pretty central? Yeah, it says pretty central. Okay, cool. Now let's see how it looks. There you go, Granddad. Looking good. What's that dark blue blotch on his head? Oh, I don't know. Who knows what he gets up to in his spare time. Yeah, it's just missing a halo now. I need to get myself another one from somewhere. Just remove that and put his helmet on. Nice. Let's face it, we know we're going to keep the helmet on, but I like the choice. Alright, so next I'm going to add a bit of depth to the red. Got a bit of Wazdaka red here. I'm going to sort of highlight some of the softer reds with it. Alright then. Very good. Bit sort of around this layered edge as well. Get myself a point. Roughly coat the thing. There we go. When that dries, that should hopefully look pretty nice. Very nice. Excellent. Seems a bit stark right now, but once it's dried, that should look really nice. All going to plan. In fact, you know what? I wonder if I can highlight the purity seals with this. I might give that a quick go and see how it looks. It could look like everything I've ever wanted. Not too bad. It's a little bit subtler than what I originally was thinking of, but maybe I can still add Emperor's Children along the very top highlights of the purity seal. We have a Nurgle invasion coming, and here I thought we'd get away with it. Hello, Merlin. Hello, you. Having another hay fever day. He gets them in bouts. They can last for like a week. And you are still hay fevering as we speak. Don't you mess with my audio software, or remember the aforementioned threat where I will turn you into various pieces of cosmetic stuff. I forget the word. And I won't lie, I'm doing it very late. But I do want the top of these guns here to be silver, so they are getting a quick sprucing. Cool. Nice. Right, next I'm going to get some Dawnstone out, and not only am I going to do the harsher highlights, I'm also going to dry brush on the tyres and get some of that nice bit of highlighting on there. Hopefully that'll do it. Cat, what are you doing? Oi! Get off me cork things. He's just thrown one down the side. There we go. That sounds a little much, but I found that I can counteract that with a bit of Nuln oil. Oi! Gimme Charlie. Be gone, you little demon. Right, got a bit of Nuln oil. Which I find if I just brush into these gaps that are a bit much, kind of balances it out. There we go. Nice. And the demon is gone. Good, good. Right, now let's get that Dawnstone out for those harsher highlights. Come on, Ross. Come on, let's get a nice line. There we go. Well, nearest damn it nice. Just remembered I completely forgot to do the Nuln oil. Not Nuln oil, what am I talking about? The sprue goo. Whatevs, Trevs. That's lovely. Why can't we do more like that? Alright, so let's just do a quick correction. There we go. That should look good once it's all back as 'twas. Super duty. Alright, so now I'm going to go around and highlight the golds with Liberator Gold. Small difference, but it is a difference. There we are. Shwink. It's a tragedy that a lot of the very subtle differences don't translate well through the camera lens. Ah well, 'tis what 'tis. You know what I haven't done? I haven't done his shoulder parchment thing at all, so I'm actually gonna crack on with that now real quick. Got some of that Rakarth flesh here still. Yep, good. Beauty of a wet palette. Still a bit in there left that I can just quickly use. Nice. Right, so now for the bit that I'm most well known for, and that is phenomenal writing. I really need to get round to getting a pen. Dab, 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 dab. Well, damn, that's actually not bad. Let's see if I can recreate it on this side. Dab, 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 dab. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Right, now I need to really start adding the shading to this bad boy furthermore. I did the Reikland Flash shade. Now I'm going to do the Agrax Earth shade to it. There we go. Good. Sweep on a bit of it on there. There we go. Bit of the old muck and grime. Let's quickly pop his head on, see how... Oh, which head though? Obviously the helmet. There we are. Nice. Man, I think there's only very few minor details to do. I know there are some. For the life of me, I don't remember what they are. I know there's the gun there that needs to be done up real quick, so get right on that. We sort of do it silver, and I'll go over it again in a moment with more details. I do know that clasp there. Sort it, the skull. Make that silver as well. Nice. Looking very nice. I think, you know what as well? I think I may as well start doing the base. Right, so I'm going to do my usual trick, wherein I colour it Administratum Grey. No, wait, sorry. Mechanica Standard Grey, that's what I use. Colour it Mechanica Standard Grey, and then I'll coat it with a technical paint, that being Astrogranite. I am going to make some of my own eventually, but I haven't yet. Man, this base brush is starting to look a little bit tired. Definitely need to do something with that soon. Paint. And for anyone wondering who knows my style, yes, I am still going to paint the rim of this blue because he is an Ultramarines chaplain. And I don't know, I just like painting the rim of the base the primary colour of that particular faction. Oops, a little bit got on the shoe. Oh well, paint. And even though it's just grey, hopefully the fact that the base is no longer as black as he is will help him to really stand out more. Paint. It's pretty cool. Just got to find a way to get the more recessed bits without getting too much on the bike proper. Cool. Not too happy with the shading on his backpack now I'm looking at it closer. So I'm going to give it a little bit more of the old Eshin. Just a dab. Well, as best a dab as I'm ever capable of doing. So I'm always a tad heavy-handed with these things. Yeah, that's much better. Good. I'm pleased with that. Excellent. Yes, words. Right, so while we wait for that ground, I'm now going to add some Nuln Oil to the back of the exhaust. Excellent. That's good. You know what? I'm actually going to get this skull with Nuln Oil as well, because it's a skull, so it's a bit more stark than flesh. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah, something else I want to do. Add a little smidgen of Emperor's Children to the top of the purity seals, just to make them pop that tad more. Oh, it's so pink. I love it. Every time I grab him and I make his head move a bit, it makes me jump. There we go. Cool. And the book's starting to look good as well, with the red paint on that drying. So now if I add just a little smidgen of black to this. There we go. Nice. Okay. I'm now going to do everything I can to avoid going back to the main model itself. I'm going to say it's done. Now I'm just going to finish the base. It's just a couple of steps. So I'm going to use this Astrogranite, sort of line the flat sides. Might even put a little bit on the rock itself. We shall see. I find everyone shits on neutral, basic bases. I really like them. I just like their simplicity. I will try more elaborate bases down the line, but I just like having a very neutral base that doesn't steal too much from the model, personally. There we go. Yeah, fuck it. I'll put a little smattering on the main rock itself. Not too much, mind. A little bit on him there. Alright, cool beans. Alright, just let that dry off, and then I can start shading it a bit. I do like Astrogranite, but I do know it is just what it is, which is sand in grey. And I am absolutely going to make some very soon. I am under no illusion that Games Workshop have sold me a miracle mixture. Right, and now that that's dry... Oh, let's get me camera angle good. There we go. Right, so now that that's dry, I'm going to shade the bottom there with Nuln Oil. Oh yes. Shade. Then I'll probably highlight it with Dawnstone. I mean, last time I did that with the Dreadnought and it didn't really make a difference, but in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Brush. Bishety boshety. Lovely. There's still a bit of the paint under there that hadn't dried yet, it seems. Oh well, you can see it just there. It's a bit lighter. Let's kind of dab that up. There we go. I'll replace it with Nuln again. There we go. It looks pretty good. Excellent. So the Nuln Oil is nearly dry, but then I noticed he's got these straps under his arm, under his forearm. So they absolutely need to be painted. I'm going to do it with the same corn red base. And then I'll paint the buckles after the fact, so we try and get a good angle. There we go. Paint. Cool. Yeah, definitely add something to this arm, which is very good. Excellent. Yeah, okay. I'll do that one as well. Splooshy red. Splooshy red. A little bit over there. Never mind. Now, let's see. There's a tiny gap here. You guys probably can't see it. I do apologise. That went pretty well. Alright, cool. So the Nuln Oil on the base is more or less dry. But thankfully it's dry enough for dealing with these little shells here. I'm going to paint them Liberator Gold. Hopefully it looks as good as it does in my head. That's pretty alright. Yeah, slightly different shade of gold from the rest of them, but enough to make it distinct without drawing too much attention to them. Listen to me making it sound like I know what I'm talking about. There we are. I think that's the last one. Nice, cool. Yeah, there's no others around. Right, cool. I'll just let that all dry, I suppose. Actually, I'll give that another quick do over the front there. There we go. Excellent. Cool. Just noticed a big splodge of gold there on his elbow. Let's deal with that. Thankfully, it's just nice and black. Here we are. Cool. Alright then, now I'm going to go back to the buckles and try and get them as Retributor Armor Gold. This is going to be difficult from this direction. Alright, that wasn't as bad as I feared it could be. Now the same under here. Sorry, these might be a bit out of shot. There we go. Alright, brilliant. Alright. Now, I don't doubt I've probably missed some things somewhere, somehow. And I must say, I'm really proud of him. Oh, but wait, he's not done. Sorry for the sacrilege, people. 2 more things must be done. First, the last thing to do. He needs a decal. It's going right on his shoulder. Now, where did I put those little things? There's a tiny little sheet. There it is. Okay then, let's give him a decal. I love our Librarian Chaplain. They're the same. They are the same, my brother. I've just remembered. Isn't their left pauldron the same colour as their chapter? I've only just remembered this. Hang on. Last minute research. Oh yeah, it's meant to be blue. Right then, well, looks like we're doing a quick last minute job. Thankfully the trim remains the same. So, all things considered, this could have gone an awful lot worse. Okie dokie, let's get a bit of this McCrack blue. I can't believe I forgot that. Now I'm thinking about it, it's so obvious. I don't know why I forgot that, but here we are. Thin you down the tiniest amount. There we are. Okay, here we go. Let's get this looking spunky. Paint, paint, paint. I'm so worried about messing up what I've already done. There we go. Flush to the edge. I'll get in that little dinky corner bit with a thinner brush in a moment. Let's get you in there. Excellent. As close to these purity seals as we dare. Okay, that went pretty alright. Nice. Now it's the blue we need. I can't believe I forgot that. And for so long. Right, I'll give that another cheeky layer in a moment. And there we go. Right, I've done 2 layers here. Now we're going to add that bit of shading. That's the fang. Where's my Calgar? There's my Calgar blue. Just a smidgen of this. Just a smidgen. There we go. Well, again, finding good angles. While also being able to actually apply it without destroying the damn thing. It's a little thick. Let's try and point my brush. There we go. That's a little thick, but you know what? I quite like it. Reminiscent of cell shading in my mind. Let's reapply the point. Let's get it in. There we are. What I still really am trying to learn how to do is I see a lot of people do blending of paints, and for me it's either on the model or it's not on the model. I'm still trying to really get to grips with the whole blending process of blending paints together. Something else I can do while we're here waiting, just apply a bit of earthshade to that bit of parchment there. Emphasis on a bit, apparently. Come on, let's get some more on there. There we go. Nice. At the beginning of this I felt so organised. I felt like I was keeping track of what I did and didn't need to use, and now it's just a cacophony of different paints as I remember different things. Right, and with that dry, a smidgen. And I do mean a smidgen. So smidgeny I'm going to use a smaller brush of Fenrisian Grey, just for a final highlight over the top of the pauldron there. Then, when it comes to painting, that's it. It probably isn't, but I'm going to try and make sure it is. Okay, there we go. Definitely a bit thicker than I thought it would be, but again, it's fine, it's fine. He's in the sun, he's shiny. But you want to know something funny? I spotted one more thing. Just the one. The buckles of this thing here. Do you have them with a bit of gold? There we go. Excellent. Alright, now we are going to do the decal. Let's make sure I don't mix up Librarian and Chaplain. I know they're so radically different, but still. There we go. Snippety and snappity. Oh gods. We're in the final stretch. And the Great Unclean One is coming to mess everything up. Hello, you. What brings you here? Oh, sneezy one. Oh, you're just passing through? Yeah? Right, just quickly dip this in the water. There we go. I'll let that sit and think about its existence. It should be ashamed. Cat, don't look at the other models. Right, and then with the cat's blessings, microset. I'm going to apply some of that on microset. Do and dunk. Wow, that's really not helpful, cat. Get your fur away. There we are. Putting the lid back on before something inevitably goes wrong. So slide you off along with a random end sliding down. Oh god, cat hairs everywhere. But I'm committed now. I can't possibly look away. Let's try and get it where it needs to go. Ooh, come on. Turn around. I had tweezers somewhere, but they've gone. I think the cat has moved them. Damn you, cat. Ooh, that's about as central as I'm getting it, I think. Dab it with a bit more of this. There we go. Okay, cool. So why must you be in the shot, cat? Come on, get out. You're being purged. Purged away. Move your leg. It's in shot. Why must you be here now? We're so near the end. Ugh. Nice. Does actually look really good. Oh, come on, you. Right, I know you've just woken up from a nap, so you want some attention and shit, but give me 10 minutes, hopefully. Just 10 minutes, bro. Not bad. Nearly nice and straight. Near as damn it straight. Alright, now we're going to crack out the micro sol and try and get it to a nice flush finish. I usually move it at this point, so I'm just trying to tap it gently. Gentle tappings, rubbing out any defects. That's the word I'm looking for. Nice. There we go. Right, we'll let that sit for a bit. I recently got this matte acrylic varnish, but I've not had a chance to actually try it yet, and I'm too nervous to try it on this guy. I'm probably going to try it on a... because I've got a batch of random firstborns as my test subjects. I'll probably try it on one of them first. So this guy nearly made the varnish cut, but didn't quite. Okay, while that does its thing, the last thing, I'm going to ring the outside with my Macragge blue, because that's my thing. I just like doing that. There's a few bits of lumpy bumpy there on the outside, actually. Hang a boot. Got my scraper. I'm going to sort of scrape off the excess. There we go. Bits there. Try and get it somewhat decently smooth. Nice. Good. Okay. I get a few people in my comments sometimes saying that I shouldn't do this, that the black rim is a rule of Warhammer, and it may be a rule of Warhammer, but my top rule is the rule of cool, i.e., if you like it, that should be the first and foremost deciding factor. And I like this, therefore it is my deciding factor. Not that I do not appreciate the passion and knowledge of such people, of course, but that is just my logic for why I ring this with blue, because I like the idea of it. Bit of spill over there with that blue, never mind. While I'm brushing here, I'm just wondering, have I missed anything important? I don't think I've missed anything important. I hope I've not missed anything important. Excellent. And a smidgen of Mechanicus Standard, just going there, over that bit of blue. There we go. I'll re-knoll it. Down the line, maybe. Hello, you little pest. I pick him up for a moment, and you're already sitting in his spot. Come on, buddy. Alright, now I think he's officially done. Excellent. What do you reckon, Merlin? You want to touch him? Oi, he's my model, not yours. Get your own army. Yes, indeed. Merlin's impressed, and oi, give me him. See how bad he tastes? Right, well, you are going back down. Come on. Blech. Yes, I am very thoroughly proud of him. Very much so. We nearly forgot to do the blue for the Ultramarines on his shoulder, but still. And of course, we also have the magnetized head. Now, it only had one halo, so his bare head hasn't got one, so one of these days I have to find one somewhere, but still, even without it, it does look very cool. They're rocking his epic tash. I quite like the random black mark on his forehead, so I'm going to keep that there. Yes, overall, very pleased. Very, very pleased. Love it. Right, so thank you very kindly, everyone, for watching. So do remember, if you enjoyed this, and wish to learn more things alongside me as I learn them, then please do subscribe. It helps me out a great deal, and it helps prevent the corruption from Merlin spreading a little too quickly. That's totally not something I just made up. So yes, big success, very happy. We are now off skis. Let's go, Charlie.